Good morning. It is a great morning here. We are here today for an announcement to the size of which we have not seen in a long time in Georgia. I don't think it's a secret what company is here today. If you read the AJC and other media outlets, they managed to finally crack the secret we've kept for so long. But we are joined here by a couple people I want to start this with who are from the company, Doug and Mary Bell from Caterpillar. Doug Overhelman is the chairman and CEO, and Mary Bell is the vice president of, I always get this wrong, the Caterpillar's Building Construction Products Division based in Cary, North Carolina. Without them, we would not be here today. Doug's been at Caterpillar for 35 years and worked all around the world for one of the best multinational companies in this world. And Mary Bell's worked with the company since 1981, so she started when she was 12. And also, she's one of two people on the agenda today who are both born in Iowa. I was one and she was one. I'm very proud of that fact. Well, I'd like you both to come up because Caterpillar is responsible for 3,000 jobs in Georgia today. Whether it be people like Yancey Brothers or their company themselves, 3,000. But today we have an announcement. I think that number is going to go up just a tad. Doug and Mary, you please come up here and give us the good news.
I didn't know you were from Iowa. I knew I might be.
That's how I sold it.
Yeah, good.
Well, good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here in Georgia. I kind of feel like I've got roots in Georgia for a lot of reasons. We have a lot of facilities here and great employees here. We've got a fantastic distributor here in Yancey Brothers, represented by Jim Stevenson here this morning. And I've got two dogs being trained in South Georgia that I'm very proud of. One is named Diesel and one is named Dozer. So they'll be coming up to Illinois to duck hunt this fall, and they'll have Georgia roots in them as well. So I'm having a lot of fun as CEO of Caterpillar these days, and I can tell you I don't do many of these kinds of announcements, and it's a thrill to be here to announce this sighting today and talk a little bit about what we're up to. We do have 3,000 employees in the state of Georgia. It's a great business for us here in a great state. We also have almost 300 retirees in the state that are living here that have worked elsewhere. I'm quite happy about that. We also have some facilities here and plants that are very important to us. We make very high quality, high horsepower marine engines in Griffin. We make electric power standby units in Griffin. We have a locomotive repair facility near Patterson, Georgia, a fuel systems plant in Thomasville, kind of the heart of quail country down there that I like and know so often. And we have a forest products factory in LaGrange, Georgia. So we're pretty well covered in the state. And then not far from Athens is our Toccoa foundry, where we just announced a $20 million expansion there. So we're putting additional money in the state up there. Our family is pretty big around the world at Caterpillar. We have 200 dealerships like Jim Stevenson and Yancey here in Georgia, all over the place, really spanning the planet. We've just opened about 25 of those in China, which is it's a big market for us as well. But I'm really not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about what we're doing in Georgia. This plant will be about 1,400 people. We'll make the most famous tractor, or most famous image, I think, of Caterpillar. That's our bulldozer. This is a D3, D4, D5 tractor, up to about 100 horsepower or so. And we'll also make mini excavators. These are excavators, and there's one out front of the State House that I saw as I came in. We're awfully proud of it. 40% of everything made here will be exported. So these are great American products built by Georgian workers, exported around the world, and primarily to South America and parts of Europe. So something to be very proud of in Georgia. We've been on a roll lately at Caterpillar. We've announced in the last year and a half or so about 20 expansions or new facilities. The demand for infrastructure around the world is growing by the day, not only in the developing world, but also here in the U.S. And I'm quite happy to talk about that. I'm going to Brazil actually next week to look at a brand new facility there. We opened a new research center in North Dakota this year. We've announced a new locomotive plant in Indiana last year. So on and on we go, and we're quite happy to supply a lot of what the world needs to develop as it grows in the area of infrastructure. This plant, as I mentioned, will be about 40% export. Caterpillar exported from the United States last year about $20 billion, up from $13 billion in 2010. And I want to just talk a little bit about my favorite subject. I won't get preachy, I can do that, but I won't. And that's about creating jobs no matter where they are. If we create an export job in this country, we've got to create a job in a foreign country somewhere to help us receive, sell, and service that product. And I don't think it's a bad thing to create jobs in Georgia or in any other country in the world for that matter, because so much of what we do around the world depends on jobs and technology that we've created here in the United States. So I'll move on from that one quickly. I can get wound up on that, but jobs everywhere are important to our company. Thank you. I will also compliment Governor Deal and the legislature in Georgia. And what I'm talking about is the referendum for infrastructure, the Transportation Investment Act, as it's called, coming up this summer. And I compliment you on that, Governor. I know you were a leader in that. That was a consideration in coming to Georgia. We need infrastructure badly in this country. I know I sell goods to infrastructure, fine, full disclosure, no problem. But we need to be competitive. 95% of the world's customers are outside this country. A lot of our competition is outside this country, and they want our jobs and they want our customers, and we have to be competitive at Caterpillar. The U.S. has to be competitive, and Georgia has to be competitive. And that Transportation Investment Act you're working on is critical to make Georgia competitive. We will, thank you. We'll work hard from all of our Caterpillar employee perspective here in Georgia to help get that passed this summer. It's important to us. I know it's important to Georgia, and you have my and our commitment to do that, Governor. So we're working as hard as we can at Caterpillar to make us, the Caterpillar, strong around the world, and Georgia's going to be a backbone of that. It already is, with our employees here and our great business in Georgia. I compliment the climate here, and I don't mean the nice climate coming from Illinois, I mean the business climate, which is very conducive to adding manufacturing jobs here, and you've all been very successful with that. So again, I want to thank you, Governor, and I want to thank you all in Georgia for being so welcoming and warming to us here in the state. Thank you very much.
The climate itself's not too bad today either in February, so Mary Bell, will you please come up?
Good morning, everyone. My team and I have had Georgia on our mind for some time, and we are delighted to be back here. As Chris said, I'm Mary Bell, Vice President of Caterpillar's Building Construction Products Division. That's code speak basically for the small machine business. This division designs and manufactures construction machines that serve a very important and fast-growing group of Caterpillar customers. Customers who need small, versatile, and reliable machines to earn their living. And they count on our machines to do that, to help them to succeed, and to do their jobs better and more efficiently, and basically to win versus their competitors. And to serve those customers, we need to be in the right manufacturing location, a location that allows us to build the highest quality machines at the best value. And I assure you, we went through a rigorous process to find just the right location, to move manufacturing operations for our mini hydraulic excavators and small track-type tractors from Japan to the United States. And I am absolutely delighted to be here today to say that we found that perfect location right here in Georgia, and specifically in Athens. It is a great location. And as Doug Oberhelman said earlier, Caterpillar and our wonderful dealer partner, Yancey Brothers, have been proud business citizens of Georgia for many years. And we knew from experience and by reputation that Georgia is a great place to do business. And let me tell you, in any language, whether it was you guys, you all y'all, This reputation was very, very well earned. We saw it throughout the selection process. From the start, the Georgia team listened. They listened to get an understanding of what we needed. They put together a package that met all of our needs, and this was so impressive. Leaders from the state, from Athens-Clarke and Oconee counties, the city of Athens, the community college system, all worked together to put together the package seamlessly. And let me tell you, that is so unusual in today's society. You did it with amazing speed. You were just focused, responsive. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'd like to offer a special thanks to Governor Deal, to Commissioner Comiskey, Deputy Commissioner Corbin, and Chip Mitchell for your focused and intense work to deliver in a very, very short time frame an outstanding site. It's a beautiful site in Athens, packaged with the support that we need to meet our production timeline and our overall project objectives. Athens will be our site for the manufacturing plant for mini hydraulic excavators and small tract-type tractors. Logistics is a critical success factor for our business, and the proximity of Athens to the Savannah port will be a major, major plus for us. Athens gives Caterpillar and our suppliers a great workforce. This is also critical since at maturity, as you heard from Doug, our new Athens plant will create over 1,400 jobs that are currently located in Japan. Over 1,400 jobs and another 2,800 or so full-time jobs that are created as a function of our supply base. This is obviously great news for our country, for Georgia, and for Athens and the surrounding area. We'll need a good supply of motivated, trained workers as we prepare for the Athens plant startup, and we'll need even more as we grow, and we do plan to grow in Georgia. Georgia's customized workforce training and development programs like Quick Start will play a very important role in ensuring we have the high-quality workforce we need to sustain the world-class quality that our machines are known for. We're shifting production from Japan to Athens to allow us to be closer to our customers, the mini excavator and small tract-type tractor customer base located largely here in North America and in Europe. Athens will help us minimize logistics costs for our domestic and our export customers. And again, I want to emphasize, almost or nearly 40% of the machines built in Athens will be exported. Exports from Georgia, who would have thought? Operations in the Athens facility will include heavy fabrications, paint, logistics, and assembly operations, and an on-site distribution center for the machines built there. I hope you had a chance to see the mini excavator and the tractor outside. We brought them here today to show you examples of the products that our future Team Caterpillar members in Athens, I like the sound of that, will be building at the end of next year. Production of the 303.5, one of the mini excavators to be built in Athens, will begin in 2014, and in 2015 we'll be manufacturing 3 models of small tract-type tractors in Athens. Our Caterpillar project team worked very, very hard to make this day possible. They and members of our leadership team are here today, and I'd like to just briefly ask you to stand. Thank you. And the Georgia team, that seamless Georgia team, worked very, very hard to make today's announcement possible. We are at the start of a very exciting journey. Remember, as Doug said, we're on a roll and we are in a hurry. And we'll be in Athens next month to break ground and celebrate with our Athens community and new friends. There's a lot of work to be done, in the next few months, but with the continued excellent support that we've received from Team Georgia, we are confident that we can meet our timeline, we can meet our project objectives, and that all of us, and I do mean all of us, can begin reaping the benefits that we expect from the new Athens facility. So again, a huge thanks, Governor, to you and your whole team, everyone who played a role in making Georgia and Athens the logical and the best decision for our mini excavator and small tractor facility. We cannot wait to see the first machines start rolling off the line next year. Thank you very much.
Doug and Mary Bell and Caterpillar, I want to thank you for the state of Georgia for everything you've done. Before I bring up the next speaker, I want to say thank you to a few people, and I know by doing this I'm going to open myself up to forgetting somebody, but there's too many people here that have done so much for this that need to be recognized. First and foremost, Lieutenant Governor Cagle and Speaker Ralston, without the legislative support we got, we could not have done this. Since it seems like half the General Assembly is here, I'm going to have a hard time naming everybody, but thank all of you all here for coming and supporting this as well. She talked about seamlessness, and I will tell you, this Department of Economic Development did a great job, but we could not have been seamless without so many departments pitching in. EPD, DOT, Department of Technical and Adult Education, and Jackie at Quick Start, you've done it again. Thank you very much. Without these folks, we couldn't have got the answers we needed in the time we needed. The Attorney General's office, it made the state look so good to see so many agencies working together. Curtis Foltz, the head of our ports, always talks about how he's basically worked in every state, basically that borders an ocean, I guess. And he always says, this is a one state where he sees a cooperation between state agencies like none other. And we're really proud of that. And without them, we couldn't have done this either. I also want to thank, and she was mentioned, but where's Gretchen Corbin, my deputy commissioner? Where is she? That lady back there exemplifies professionalism and what the department is all about. We can't do it without you. Thank you so much, Gretchen. Not nearly as pretty, but Pat Wilson over there somewhere is the reason we had that seamlessness to work with all the departments. Pat, thank you very much, wherever you might be. You moved, okay, sorry about that. I also want to thank Wes Bowen, Mike Mullis, and Rudy. These are the consultants. And there was a part during this process where Georgia and the sites we had really weren't getting what they needed. And we thought we were out of it. We threw one more idea at them, and they had the patience and wisdom to continue that process, and without you, we would not be here. Thank all three of you very much. Please tell Rudy in the Cayman Islands I thanked him as well. I also need to thank two people in particular. They were also mentioned, or one was mentioned. Electric Cities is our utility partner in this endeavor. Charlie Gatlin may or may not be here. Charlie's over there. Charlie was the mastermind behind this site in the last minute, and without him we couldn't have done this. But he's not the real genius from ECG. Annie Baxter, right over there, that lovely young woman, without her this project could not have got complete. She was a project manager that worked tirelessly, along with, from my department, Chip Mitchell. Where's Chip? Chip's way back there and he shouldn't be, but he should be right next to me. Because if there's anyone that did more work than Chip, I don't know who he is. He's a project manager of the department. He has spent Valentine's Day with Mike Mullis at dinner. That could not have been good. But anyways, thank you all so much for your work. We couldn't have done without you. I'll get to the communities in a second, both Oconee and Athens-Clarke, but first I want to also welcome the person who certainly we couldn't be here without. Governor Deal preached during the campaign about bringing jobs to Georgia. Today, I think he's proven we were going to do it. Without his commitment to our department and to this state and to this project, we would not be here. Please help me in welcoming Governor Nathan Deal.
Well, thank you very much, Chris. Doug and Mary, thank you for this exceptional investment in the state of Georgia. We hope that you will feel welcome. We think that you already feel that way. And $200 million investment in Northeast Georgia will make a huge difference in this state. And we thank you very much for doing that. $1,400 new jobs, thousands more that will be spin off as a result of that. That will represent the largest growth of new jobs in the state of Georgia since Kia came to Georgia in 2006. So this is indeed an important day for our state. You've heard Chris recount and call by name many of the individuals. I will not repeat that. But let me just say this. We have a great team. You have heard some of the names mentioned, but there are many more that work with them every day to make projects like this come to fruition. I don't think I could have selected a better person to head our Department of Economic Development than Chris Comiskey. He has been exceptional in his job. Thank you very much, Chris. But I also want to thank other people as well, some of whom have already been recognized. When you have projects of this magnitude, it requires that you have cooperation from local officials and local people of responsibility as well. And certainly the Athens-Clarke County, Oconee County, economic development teams, county commissioners, the entire business community that made this a priority. You worked so well with our state agency and with all of us. We could not have asked for better partners. I think that bodes well for what Caterpillar will find in the ongoing future as they develop this facility. Now, as you heard mentioned earlier, Caterpillar is not new to our state. They currently have about 3,000 employees in various locations around the state. And I am going to continue my discussions with Doug because Georgia has become a very good state for headquarters to be located. But there are other ingredients to this that are important to Caterpillar and every other business that we try to recruit to our state. And that is to have the kind of workforce that they need in order to be successful. And we have several very important ingredients. You have heard it alluded to already. Of course, Quick Start is world renowned. Thank you, Ron Jackson, and all of those of you, Jackie, and the rest of you who work at Quick Start. You are our secret weapon. In fact, we wish we could keep you a little more secret because everybody tries to duplicate what you're doing. But we did it first and we did it the best and we continue to do it the best. Thank you for what you do. And Athens Technical College will be working, of course, as a part of the partnership for making sure that we have trained workers there. Caterpillar wants to be and is the best and the state of the art, and we want to help you make sure that you maintain that quality and that reputation. Logistics is important to our state. We consider ourselves to be the logistics hub of the Southeast, and in fact the entree to the rest of the country. And as has been pointed out, with 40% of the production being exported, we also consider ourselves to be a prime state for exports. And I want to thank the Ports Authority. We have representatives who are here today from the Ports Authority. They played an important role in this as well. Alec Pontevett is here as chairman of that authority. They have worked with us because what is good for the state of Georgia, especially in the export arena, is good for the Ports Authority as well. It is a complete team working hand in hand to make this a reality today. But you know, I know that Caterpillar prides itself on service after the sale. I want to say to Caterpillar, we pride ourselves on service after the sale as well. We're not going to walk away. When you need things, we hope that you will ask, and we will do our best to make sure that your needs are met. We are so pleased to have you today. This is a great day for the state of Georgia. It is a great day for men and women in our state who are looking for good and better jobs. Thank you so very much for having confidence in all of us and coming to the state of Georgia. Thank you.
Well, the last two people who are going to come up here and speak were as important part of this process as anybody. To watch two communities in Georgia, across two counties, put together the work they did and get it done in the quickest fashion I've ever seen is almost impossible to think to get done. Mayor Denson, Chairman Davis, thank you for what you did. We could not be here without you. Please come up and we want to give you a warm round of applause.
Thank you, everyone. Are the mics on? Thank you, everyone, and Chairman Oberman and Mary, if I may, CEO Mary Bell. Thank y'all so much for having the confidence in and the intelligence to select not only Georgia, but specifically Athens-Clarke County. We used to have a radio owner in Athens-Clarke County that did a show every day, and he ended it with "keep smiling until 10 o'clock and the rest of the day will take care of itself." I think I kept smiling to now, and the rest of my life's going to take care of itself. But thank you all so much for being here. Athens is a wonderful, vibrant community. We have a qualified and willing workforce and an unmatched quality of life. And I know that you all are going to enjoy being here. Look forward to having neighbors that are part of the Caterpillar team. I also want to thank Governor Deal, Commissioner Kaminsky, and their team for bringing this wonderful opportunity to our community that will be felt for generations to come. A project of this magnitude with a company of this quality does not happen easily. There are too many key people to recognize individually, and I think a lot of them have already been recognized, but if I started, I would mess up. But I've got to say that my staff in Athens-Clarke County, Chairman Davis's staff in Oconee County, have worked tirelessly, evenings, weekends, and even over Christmas and New Year's holidays to get the logistics, the data, and the information together to make this project possible. And we had our boards of commissioners backing us enthusiastically. This was a true team effort with a very large team. I look forward to welcoming Caterpillar staff to our community and pledge to do whatever I can to welcome and make your transition as seamless and easy as possible. And I'm so excited that you're here. And I'll have to tell you, I have 3 daughters and 1 little boy. And I didn't know what imprint I was making on him when I bought him those little yellow Tonka toys, because now he has a grading business and he's driving big yellow toys. Team Caterpillar, welcome home to Athens, Georgia.
You know, there's one thing about being the last speaker on a program. Everyone has almost said everything, Doug and Mary, with this exception. You know, this is a fantastic day, as the governor has just mentioned, for the state of Georgia, Northeast Georgia, Oconee County, Athens-Clarke County. I want to take the opportunity, of course, again, to thank Governor Deal, Chris Kaminsky, of course, our Caterpillar officials, the Orkin family, whom we could not have worked without this, the great cooperation that we've had with Athens-Clarke and Oconee County to welcome you to the finest community in the state of Georgia, Oconee County and Athens-Clarke County. Welcome home. I think you'll find our region a better place, a great place to live, work, and play. I think you'll find us very cooperative. I think you'll find that we will work hard to make your decision to locate in this area one of the best decisions that you have ever made. So we look forward to that. By locating at this site that straddles the Oconee and Athens-Clarke County line, we want you to know that you have the best of both communities, and you will not recognize that county line. We will work together to make sure that we're partners, and we will produce a product that will be beneficial to our community, our county, our state. Caterpillar, of course, is going to boost our economy significantly. 1,400 jobs, as the governor and others have mentioned, are created. The investment that Caterpillar will make will greatly enhance our job and our tax diversification. These 1,400 jobs that we talked about, we know that an additional 1,500 jobs will come in service to provide the services that's needed by the organization as well as the employees. We also want you to know that we look forward to the suppliers located in our region. We're going to work as hard as we possibly can to get your suppliers in Oconee and Athens-Clarke County, along with the state's help, as we did to get you to locate here. So we look forward to that. The $65 million annual payroll, when fully staffed, will indirectly create another $45 million for this particular community in payroll and personal income for the area. These indirect effects result from the increased demand for goods and services due to the spending throughout the area by the company and its employees. I think it's important to note that during the various visits that Caterpillar officials made to our community, it's important to note that they were keenly interested in making not only a very important business decision, but they made us keenly aware that they wanted to locate in a community where they could make a positive impact in the lives of the employees, a positive impact in the community, and a positive impact with your neighbors. You found a partner in Oconee and Athens-Clarke County where we can all work together to achieve this goal. Caterpillar, welcome to Georgia, welcome to Oconee County, welcome to Athens-Clarke County, and more importantly, welcome home.
Mayor and Melvin, thank you very much for those remarks. And again, we're so appreciative of all the work your staff's put in. With that, I'd just like to once again thank Caterpillar, once again say that the governor said it and we mean it. We always want to bring new jobs to Georgia, but our department's #1 goal is to make the ones that are here succeed and expand. If you ever need anything, we're going to be there for you. Thank you again.